It's the time of year for traveling, but if you're planning to fly, you might want to check your carry-on for anything that could raise some red flags at security checkpoints.
Plus, a Pulaski County man accused of killing his girlfriend says he's innocent. Coming up, we'll tell you what prosecutors are recommending for his sentence.
And tonight we're learning a man injured in a shooting in Lexington has died.
Tracking, alerting, protecting. This is WKYT News at 5:30.
We are tracking a breaking news alert out of Boone County tonight. We are just now learning that state police are searching for an infant who is inside a stolen vehicle.
Police tell us it happened at a Speedway gas station in Florence about 4:30 this afternoon. Surveillance video from the store shows the vehicle left the parking lot and took off towards the interstate. We're told that the infant was in the back seat at the time. Police describe the infant as 20-day-old Henry Flores is wearing a white onesie and gray pants. The vehicle is a dark blue 2001 Volkswagen Passat, similar to the one seen here, with the license plate number of 000PZR. Police are asking anyone with any information to give them a call, and we will, of course, keep you posted and updated. Tonight, police are investigating another homicide in Lexington. We have learned a man injured in a shooting has died.
Police say that someone shot the man this morning at the Augusta Arms Apartments off Eastland Parkway. When police arrived, they found the man who had been shot lying on the ground. He was taken to the hospital where he later died. WKYT's Garrett Weimer is tracking the investigation and the search for the shooter in our top story at 5:30.
I don't know, it's scary. It's really scary.
Neighbors say they're shaken up after the shooting outside their apartment building here on Augusta Court. Police say when they got here, they found a man who had been shot lying on the ground. A witness told WKYT he saw the man who appeared to be unresponsive.
When I walked outside, the gentleman, fireman, was over top doing CPR over top of him. When I came out, and that's pretty much all I know, is I saw a gentleman on the ground.
The man was taken to UK hospital, and the coroner tells us that man has died. One woman I talked to has lived here for 8 years. She's asked that we not show her face on camera, but she did say she was shocked when she heard about what happened here.
We heard like the gunshots, but I actually thought it was a car backfiring, and I never did pay any more attention to it.
Police spent several hours at the scene searching for evidence and looking for people who might have known what happened.
We're not quite sure where he was shot, if he was shot in front of the building or some other location.
As they try to piece together what led to the shooting, this neighbor is counting her blessings.
I mean, I'm just glad that none of the kids were outside playing.
In Lexington, Garrett Weimer, WKYT.
And an autopsy is scheduled for tomorrow in Frankfort.
Tonight, a Franklin County man faces burglary and arson charges. Police say after a woman rejected James Graham on Facebook, he broke into her home and set it on fire. A grand jury indicted him on those charges. Family members say they are just relieved that no one was hurt in the fire.
I'm just wondering, what if she wasn't there? What he would have done to her if she was laying in her bed before he set the house on fire.
Because of the extent of the damage, the victim and her son had to move. They are now staying with family. We're told that Graham has not been arrested. Another chilly day here in the Bluegrass, and it sounds like this cold is going to be sticking around through the rest of the week and into our weekends.
And we're tracking some flurries this weekend. Chief Meteorologist Chris Bailey is here. Well, he doesn't have the snow shovel out yet.
Oh, no. I think we can put the snow shovel away for at least a little while. Next week, we'll see. Temperatures today colder than yesterday, and yesterday was plenty cold enough for a lot of folks out there. We're roughly 2 degrees colder than 24 hours ago in most of central Kentucky, even colder than that into the Bluegrass, or eastern parts of the Bluegrass state. We're below freezing now in many areas, right at freezing from Danville into Richmond, Moorhead, and Mount Sterling, Lexington, Frankfort, 31 degrees, mid-30s still across southeastern parts of the state. Kentucky's most powerful live Doppler radar, we call it Live First Alert Defender, has been tracking some fast movers. Fast-moving flakes across northern Kentucky from Vanceburg over toward sections of Greenup County, Olive Hill, the Lexington Metro. A lot of clouds out there showing up on our live sky cams from Richmond into Lexington, the Montgomery County area, Georgetown, Frankfort, everybody getting in on the overcast. Here's the view of Hamburg Pavilion On the east side of town, overcast with the potential for a little snowflake out there. Watching another little round of some light snow and flurries now cruising to the east out of parts of Indiana. Weather headlines, a few of those flakes that are flying out there. Your weekend looking a little better, but I am tracking a system that may have a big impact on Christmas travelers and the prospects for that white Christmas when I come back in a few.
Thank you, Chris. A man arrested in southern Kentucky for the murder of an elderly Ohio woman will now face a different judge. Police say that Daniel French robbed and killed 87-year-old Barbara Howe back in 2012. The judge presiding over his case took herself off the trial today. A Cincinnati TV station reporting that she says she worked in the Butler County Prosecutor's Office when Howe was killed in 2012. Although she had little involvement in the investigation, she thought it would be best to step aside. Now an administrative judge for Butler County's Common Pleas Court will choose a new judge to take over the case.
A man accused of attacking several people in northern Kentucky is now behind bars. Our county-by-county coverage begins in Grant County. The Boone County Sheriff's Office arrested Eric Unthank near his home this morning. Police say yesterday a woman was found covered in blood and screaming for help. She flagged down a bus driver and told him a man was inside trying to kill her and several children with special needs in her care. In Pulaski County, a man accused of killing his girlfriend was in court again today. Johnny Ray Hendricks is charged with killing Monica Wells. Police say Hendricks dumped her body in a sinkhole in October. This morning, Hendricks pled not guilty to murder in a Pulaski County Circuit Court. A pretrial hearing was set for January 19th, but now the prosecutor's office says they are exploring if the death penalty is an option.
A new study is getting ready to launch at the University of Louisville. Its goal is to protect the growing number of children on behavioral medications. 8 doctors began investigating after research showed that Kentucky children on psychotropic drugs nearly double the national average. Researchers say the children range in age, but they say they see the biggest spike in preschool and foster care children. Researchers say this is a great opportunity.
There was just a really good opportunity to have the university and the Cabinet for Health and Human Services come together to look at ways that we could explore potential patterns.
The study started last week with a presentation of a check for $75,000 from Kentucky Medicaid's Passport program. The study will last 12 months.
With Christmas only a week away, many people will be flying home for the holidays, so now is a good time to remember what you can and cannot take on your flight. Transportation Security Administration officials have noticed a spike in the number of banned items coming to checkpoints. So far this year, 6 firearms have been brought to Bluegrass Airport Security Checkpoint. That is up 4 from last year. And TSA agents are reminding people to leave banned items at home to avoid travel headaches.
When you're shutting a checkpoint down, especially at a smaller airport here where you may only have 2 or 3 lanes, that's going to cause a major delay. When it's something as small as a bottle of water or a pocket knife, it may not take as much time off, but when we have to go and look in the bag, it's going to slow things down for everybody else as well.
For an easy way to access a list of prohibited carry-on items, you can download the My TSA app in your app store.
We are enjoying much lower prices at the gas pumps these days, but the same cannot be said for drivers using diesel fuel. Tim in Mount Vernon has our good question tonight. He says gas prices are dropping. That's all good. Why isn't diesel dropping as well? Tim, you bring up an excellent point, and there are many reasons. Gas prices have dropped 3 times the amount of diesel prices. Industry experts point to several reasons. First, it's seasonal. While gas prices tend to go up in the summer months, diesel costs are typically up in the winter. Changes in the federal air pollution rules have meant cleaner burning diesel, which makes it more expensive to produce. Also, the diesel fuel market is less than half of gasoline, so diesel prices don't respond as quickly when crude oil costs drop like they are now. And while it's not dropping in price as much, experts say look for more decreases in diesel charges next year. If you have a good question, go to WKYT.com.
I'm Bill Bryant. Kentucky's Education Commissioner says schools should be matching opportunities with available jobs. And Louisville's mayor now says he is okay with hiking the local minimum wage. The bottom line is ahead.
And coming up at 6, after months of investigation, police have charged a step-grandmother in the death of a Boyle County toddler.